Day two. Day two is all about taking the information that we learned on day one. Remember, expert performers taking more information than anyone else. So, by coming to the low point of the hole, having a look from a side-on perspective, reading the green with your feet, you're starting to act like an expert. You're starting to take more information in, which will give you a clear picture of what you're trying to achieve in the putt. Now, what we have to do, we have to get that clear picture and allow it to drive our putting stroke. If we are tense, tension running through our muscles, if we're not breathing to help us relax, the chance of us accessing the movements that we desire to control the golf ball based on the image we're building in our mind, very, very hard. So today we're going to look at tension control. Tension control and breathing to allow you to access your best stroke more often. The reason that this works so well, the human brain is a crazy thing. So, when we take the information in, it's in our mind. So this is us looking from the low point. This is us feeling it in our feet, getting that more information and creating that picture in our mind. Now, we want to now drive movement with that picture. Unfortunately, and for those of you that have done my 7 steps to mastering your mental game, you will know this. We have a chimp in our brain, and the chimp is designed to tell us no. So we can do a phenomenal job looking from the low point, getting a great perspective, getting an awesome read, feeling it in our feet, have a real good idea of how hard we want to hit the ball. And then unfortunately, we start to go through our practice strokes. The chimp starts to tell us no. We start to tighten up and our heart rate increases. That is going to lead to poor speed control. And remember, read and speed are the 2 most important things when you putt. So let's get to the golf range. Let's learn how we silence this chimp, don't get it to say no, and then keep our body tension-free through breathing and controlling how our muscles feel. This will give us the chance that we need of accessing our best stroke more often. Even under pressure, that little downhill footer that you have to beat your friend, even under that kind of pressure, this will stand up. So, let's get out there. Let's do this. Step 2. As promised, we'll come to the range and show you how to practically apply it. So, hopefully step 1 is becoming a little bit more of a habit and you're practicing that effectively as I've showed you. Now, step 2. What we're gonna do, we're gonna breathe, and then we're gonna tense as hard as we can. We're gonna relax, then we're gonna breathe. And then we're gonna tense as hard as we can. Then we're gonna relax, and then we're gonna breathe. And then we're gonna tense as hard as we can. And then we're gonna pick up the putter, and I'm gonna hit to this flag, but I'll keep here for now. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make practice strokes, and you're gonna be aware of your tension in your hands, tension in your jaw, and I want you to breathe to relax. So again, let me show you one more time. I'm gonna tense, relax, breathe. Tense, relax, breathe. Then I'm gonna have some practice swings. And I wanna keep optimal tension, however I like to hold the putter. Because we've been tensing and breathing and working on what we would call our physiology, I'm a little more aware of it. So I'm gonna keep a nice low level of tension in my hands. Make a couple of strokes. Okay, awesome, so now I feel good. I'm gonna put the putter down and I'm gonna do it to this hole. So, again, I know I keep repeating this, but it's important. One more time, working on our physiological state. Tense, relax, breathe. Tense, relax, breathe. One more. Tense, relax, breathe. Now make my practice stroke. Really feeling that optimal tension in my hands, and then set up. And the goal is not to hold this putt. The goal is just to feel the same tension as you took on the practice stroke. So I succeeded there. That felt great. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'll pick my ball up, I'm gonna change hole again, just go through that process. And when I get comfortable with that process, I'm going to add what we learned on day one. So that's gonna look a little bit more like this. I'll stay at the same hole, I'll change the angle. I would like you guys to change hole. So, got this putt, I'm gonna look at it from behind. I'm gonna come to the side. I'm gonna feel it in my feet. Feel the slope here. Okay, so brakes right to left, I felt that in my feet. Got a good perspective from the side. And now, breathe, tense, breathe, tense. Couple of practice strokes. I would say my hands feel about a tension level 1.5 to 2. That feels really good. Now just take that feeling into the ball. Again, doesn't matter if it goes in or not, we're not performance orientated right now. Right now, we're training to learn something. So, great way of piecing step 1 and step 2 together. See you tomorrow in the classroom for step number 3 of 7 steps to holing more putts.